I have to say, I'm kind of amazed that we're holding this hearing. To me, it's remarkable that the idea of actually, as you were just saying, Ms. Morin, the idea of enforcing our laws, protecting our border, securing our streets from criminals, it's amazing that that's controversial at all. And it says something a lot about the other side of the dais that we're having this hearing today. Let me just ask you, Mr. Reifland-Melnick, I mean, is it really such a bad idea to deport people like the criminal who killed this young man? This is Travis Wolf. He was 12 years old when he was killed. He was mowed down, and I do mean mowed down, in a car by an illegal immigrant, 12 years of age, walking along a sidewalk in my state of Missouri, mowed down by an illegal immigrant who I think also had a prior criminal record. Is it such a bad idea to deport the person who killed him?
Any person who commits a heinous crime should suffer the consequences under the law.
Good. What about Officer David Lee? Officer David Lee was killed in Missouri just a few months ago by another illegal immigrant, once again in a car, who used it as a lethal weapon to ram him and kill him. Is it so wrong, such a bad idea to deport the illegal immigrant who killed this good man?
Again, any person who commits an awful act should face the full force of the law.
We've had multiple stabbings in the state of Missouri at laundromats in O'Fallon, Missouri, where innocent civilians were going to do their laundry of an evening and were attacked with knives, slashed, bled, stomped upon. Should the illegals who did that, should they not be deported?
No, as I said, if you commit an offense, you should face consequences. But the overwhelming majority of the 13 million people here today
We've had officers assaulted in Kansas City on the other side of the state who have been assaulted by illegal immigrants. One officer required over 100 stitches to the head, a police officer, earlier this year. Should the illegal immigrant who did that not be deported?
Again, they should face the consequences of the law, but they are a very small minority of the population that President Trump is promising to deport.
Well, let's talk about the rest of the people who you don't want to be deported. You said in an article that you wrote recently, new report shows devastating costs of mass deportation. You wrote this in October. Do you remember this piece?
Yes, that is a summary of our report that we published
so
in
in this
October.
piece, and it's also in your written testimony, you talk about how much the economy will lose if the United States actually enforces our immigration laws and deports folks who are here illegally. And I want to quote you now. You say some industries would be particularly hard hit, including construction, agriculture, and hospitality, which combined would lose more than 2.5 million workers. What's the argument here, that there aren't American workers who are available to do those jobs?
No, and as I said previously—
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fiery Senate hearing where Senator Josh Hawley didn't hold back on immigration policy. Whether you agree with him or not, his argument was powerful, and we're breaking it down into 10 key moments. Before we jump in, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on major political debates like this. All right, let's get into it. Hawley kicked off the hearing with a bold statement. Why is enforcing immigration laws controversial? He was stunned that something as basic as securing the border was even up for debate. This set the stage for a heated clash, and it only got more intense from here. Hawley brought real-life cases to the table, including the tragic death of a 12-year-old boy in Missouri, allegedly killed by an illegal immigrant with a criminal record. Then, he highlighted a Missouri police officer who was killed in a brutal attack, again by an undocumented immigrant. His question? Why shouldn't these criminals be deported immediately? It was a moment that left the witness on the defensive. Next, the debate turned to the economy. The witness argued that mass deportations would harm industries like construction, agriculture, and hospitality. But Hawley fired back. Why should American workers have to compete with illegal immigrants for jobs? He claimed illegal labor drives down wages and hurts working-class Americans, a point that struck a nerve in the hearing. What do you guys think? Are immigrants helping or hurting the economy? Let me know in the comments below. Here's where it got even more intense. Hawley accused the witness of pushing for mass amnesty, calling it a radical open border agenda. The witness pushed back, saying these immigrants are already in the labor force. But Hawley didn't buy it. He argued their presence still suppresses wages and creates unfair competition. This back and forth exposed a deep divide on immigration policy. Hawley wrapped up with a brutal takedown of the Democrats' immigration stance. He claimed that the American people just voted against these policies and blamed open borders for higher crime rates, lower wages, and economic instability. His final words? "This is insanity," a powerful closing statement that left a lasting impact. Wow, that was one heated debate. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Hawley is right? Should the U.S. enforce stricter immigration laws, or is there another way to handle this issue? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And before you go, hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives on today's hottest topics.